Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with some NAHL hockey here on YouTube for the first time this evening. Or I should say this afternoon now, as here it's 1 o'clock on the East Coast. As we sit here in the New England Sports Village here in Attleboro, Massachusetts, we'll get ready to go underway here for the Northeast Generals NAHL hockey season. Well, I should say preseason to begin here as they'll take on the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. Hello, everyone. My name is Mason Strawn. I will be your commentator for tonight's matchup. And we will get underway here in a moment. Once again, as we're kind of coming in a little late here. We apologize. There's a couple of difficulties on our own end here, but we're going to get ready to go underway as the Generals are going to lose this face-off over to the back left-hand side for a moment as it'll be shot down back into the General zone. It'll be Toby Hopp starting in net for the Generals here tonight. Number one, a 6'1", 185-pounder currently in the net. As this puck makes it away down right now as the New Hampshire Mountain Kings, who are the visiting team here tonight, are the ones with the puck in the General zone. Trying to get it out now for a moment. Shot save made by Hopp as this one goes around the backside of the net once again here. Puck makes its way up the north boards now as the Generals look to see if they can generate some offense here. Once again, we're here at the New England Sports Village in Attleboro, Massachusetts for this NAHL preseason matchup here between the Northeast Generals and the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. We get ready to go underway here. So we get ready to go here for a moment as the Generals now trying to get it out of their own zone here. As now here comes Frank Dianonco. He's going to lose it for a moment, though, and makes his way back into the Mountain King zone. Generals try and pick it up here for a moment. Now it's going to end up on the skate there for a moment of Ben Campeau. Campeau now loses it, gets it sent down towards the far boards. Picked up now by Bryson Lago. Lago now gives it up, goes to try to go with the crossbody pass. Can't get it through those and makes its way to the close boards. Puck flutters down now towards the General zone. No icing will be called. It'll be picked up there by I'm calling him Rick. I don't know where I got that name from now, but the puck makes its way down to the Mountain King zone. Stretch pass goes all the way up to the far boards now for a moment here. It's unfortunate. I don't have a roster right now in front of me of the Mountain Kings jerseys, but we do have the Generals. As here come the Generals once again here on the attack. Making its way down the left-hand board. Shot save made. A shot there from an opportunity possibly from Ryan Remick as that one goes wide. Puck continuing to be battled for here on those left boards now as the puck makes it all the way down on the backside of the net. Getting chased now on the backside of it is going to be Jet Otwell as Otwell tries to chase him down. Makes its way around the backside of the net by Will Reardon. Puck makes its way over the far-sided boards. The Mountain Kings finally able to get out of their own zone. Makes it all the way down into the General zone. It'll have to be a hustle opportunity here. Try and pick this one up. Gets passed up across center ice now. Makes its way all the way down to the center ice line and makes it pass down into the Mountain King zone as the forechecking continues here from the Generals. Makes its way over the close boards. Makes its way all the way out to center ice now, and it'll get fired back down after the initial hit. Puck makes its way around the backside of the net now. Trying to battle for it still here are the Generals. They continue to make that forechecking work here. As Zodder now is the one that tries to keep it out there, or keep it in the zone, but he's going to give it up for a moment here. Knocked down out of the air for a moment there. No high sticking will be called. And now we will have a stoppage in play. With 17:26 here remaining in the first period. Once again, hello everyone. My name is Mason Strawn. I am your commentator here for tonight's game in this NAHL matchup here between the Northeast Generals, the home squad here in their white and navy blues, and the New Hampshire Mountain Kings wearing the royal blue with dark pants and dark helms. Face-off is won by the Generals back into their own zone here, but here come the Mountain Kings once again. Tries to find the pass in front, gets blocked away there for a moment by Jenner Urso. Puck continues to be battled for on the backside of the net now. Wins it up towards the near boards for a moment there as it gets batted out towards the backside of the net. Makes its way out of play, and we'll have a face-off. As the Generals now will go for a bit of a line change here. We'll see our very first NAHL opportunity here for this Generals squad. We originally were supposed to put this game on NAHL TV, but we weren't able to make that happen just yet. So for currently, you're going to get the opportunity to watch some free hockey here on YouTube. So we'll have a face-off here to the near side dot as that one will win back by the Generals once again. Makes its way over to the far-sided boards as that'll be a big hit there onto what I believe there for a moment was Yuri Pospisil. That's Pospisil. As that one goes all the way back down to the General zone now. Makes its way over the left-hand side. Big hit there on for a moment now as this one will go back up across the far boards and continue to be battled for it here in multiple different jerseys. This one makes its way out finally over to Recupero once again as this one makes its way down into the Mountain King zone. Makes it around the backside of the net. Now the Mountain Kings trying to get it out once again. They are able to do so on the line change from the Generals as Emerson Miller is going to have to try and chase this one down. He will. It goes around the backside of his own net. Getting chased now by multiple different Mountain Kings as Yuri now trying to get the shot on net. Goes wide on the right-hand side. They'll have a stoppage in play as the goaltender is able to get underneath it. 16:20 here remaining in the first period. Still 0-0 your score here between the two sides. And our first preseason action here at the New England Sports Village for the Northeast Generals. Our first initial home game won't be for a bit here until about September 24th, as now it's going to be a face-off won here by the Generals once again. They're able to keep it in the zone. Shot on, save made by the goaltender. He's able to kick it away. Pass goes up the boards now over towards, I believe there was Bryson Lago. Lago loses it for a moment, tries to pass it across over to Emerson Miller. Emerson Miller now dumps it back into the left-hand corner. Battling for it now for a moment. It's going to be down the moment. Ryan Remick trying to get down towards it, but the Mountain Kings step away with it now. 2-on-2 opportunity as they shoot around the backside of the net. Goes towards the far boards, and it's picked up by the Generals. Bounces off the skate of a defender, though, for a moment there. It's going to be picked up once again by Jacob Wilson. Wilson's going to send it back around to Miller. Miller now shoots it up the close-hand boards, tries to pass it back up. Now Wilson's going to pick it up again. Makes the initial pass over to D'Ancona. D'Ancona's going to lose it. Puck now makes its way over to the close-sided boards, trying to battle through center ice. Now are the Mountain Kings, and we're going to get it offsides. What's already been quite the active first period here between the two sides, just generally fast skating here between the two as they've flown across both sides of the rink. Puck will be dropped here on the close face-off dot as this one's won back by the Mountain Kings. They fire down into the deep zone. Now going to have to try and chase after are the Generals. LaFerriere picks it up, passes it over to the left-hand side, makes its way back over towards his defensive pairing there, Generuso. As the Mountain Kings are able to win it away for a moment here, but gets batted away towards center ice. Now makes its way over the far side now, dumps it back into the General zone. Picked up once again now by LaFerriere. LaFerriere sends it back over his defensive pairing, who passes it up off the boards. Trying to make it across center ice there for a moment. It was trying to be chased by Jet Otwell. He's not able to get to it in time, so the Mountain Kings will pick it up once more. Pass comes over to the close side boards. Tries to find the pass in front. Gets batted away for a moment there. Battling for it still are the Generals, but the Mountain Kings continue to hold possession. Loses it for a moment here. Otwell trying to continue to be that big forechecking forward. Takes a big hit, and the puck's going to make its way all the way down to the Mountain Kings zone. Continuing to be a pest here are the Generals, and they continue to forecheck the living bejeebus. A big hit there for a moment now by Recupero. So that one makes it over to the far boards once again. The Generals trying to get some control over it for a moment here. DeSpirit picks it up, passes it along the close side boards, makes his way up to Zotter. Zotter loses it for a moment, goes across to the far side boards. Puck in the air for a moment now, continues to stay in the neutral zone. Battling for it here is 3 different blue jerseys and a bunch of white still in the mix of it. Puck's not moving a single inch as the battle continues to go. Mountain Kings finally able to get it out of their own zone for a moment here, trying to get back into the General zone, batted away for a moment, and finally makes its way all the way down. Picked up now, tries to get it across to the close side boards, was aiming there for a moment for Nolan Zotter. He wasn't able to pick it up, though, as this one gets batted down in the General zone and passed back out. Zotter now trying to pick it up, takes a big hit there for a moment on the close side boards. Big hit here on the close side boards once again. This time it was going to be by, I believe there was Andrew Deladonna. He did make the big hit. As now here come the Mountain Kings once again. Goes down all the way around the backside of the net for Toby Hopp. As this one makes its way out front. Shot scored! And the Mountain Kings are going to be the ones to respond first, as it's a goal there for a moment by Will Racier. Excuse me, that's Will Rice. I looked at the wrong name there. Will Rice is going to be the initial goal scorer for this Mountain Kings team. He was just kind of camping out in front of the net after the initial dump in, as it just kind of got stuck around the backside of the net. Nobody in a white jersey was out front, so 1-0 your score with 13:26 here. Puck is dropped. The Generals win it back into their own zone here for a moment now. That'll be picked up once again here. Trying to create it across center ice is going to be Gregor Generuso, as he's not going to be able to get to go past, but the pass finally makes it all the way down to the left corner. Battling for it now is Bartowski. Michael Bartowski now on the close boards. Tries to get it back up to LaFerriere. LaFerriere passes it straight across to his defensive pairing, who passes it right down to Yuri Pospisil as he loses it for a moment as it makes it all the way across down to the bottom half of the boards. Yuri tries to pick it up once again, makes the initial pass out front, passes it back to LaFerriere. He's not able to knock it down. 12:50 here remaining. 1-0 the New Hampshire Mountain Kings lead. As this one makes its way all the way down, and icing is going to be called. So 1-0 your score here with 12:45 remaining in this first period of play. In this Expedition matchup here between the Northeast Generals and the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. Puck will be dropped and one over to the far boards there for a moment now, as it continues to be battled for there on those far boards for a moment. A couple of different white jerseys in front. Pass, shot, save made there by, once again, Toby Hopp. Puck makes its way out towards Yuri Pospisil once more. Pospisil now on the right-hand side, trying to see if he can generate some more offense. The big 6'2" man, or 6'3" man from the Czech. Battling for it still on the backhand of the boards, trying to get a hold of it. He does finally, makes the initial pass out towards DeSpirit. DeSpirit shot, save made in front by a forward there for a moment. As the puck makes its way around the backside of the net, once again, the Mountain Kings trying to get out of their own zone. Puck makes its way all the way over to the close hand boards for a moment there. DeSpirit got caught away from the puck, but he's able to recover. Gets around the backside of the net once again here. DeSpirit's going to pick it up on the backside. Trying to find an opening passing lane here as we have a bit of a battle on the backside of the net for a moment there. But they're going to continue here with the play. Shot, save made once again. Shot by D'Ancona for a moment. The puck makes its way all the way up past the center ice for a moment. Here's an opportunity possibly for the Mountain Kings. Too many white jerseys in front, though. Shot, save made for a moment by Toby Hopp. It goes off the side of the netting. Puck goes around the backside of the net to Recuperero. As he goes around the backside now, goes to the close boards, and now the puck makes its way all the way down to the bottom side of the net. Finally picked up here for a moment there, but now here come the Mountain Kings once again on the close side boards. Battling now, here come the Generals once again. Emerson Miller trying to find the initial pass all the way forward. He does for a moment there, was trying to find Jacob Wilson. He'll take a tumble for a moment as the Mountain Kings will pick it up. Faking for it now, going to the far boards, trying to find that initial pass straight forward. It'll finally find it up towards Chase Leclerc. Leclerc now on the far boards, tries to find the pass in front. Big hit there for a moment now as the puck's going to end up going and standing still for a moment as too many bodies were colliding. Generals will finally pick it up here. Emerson Miller now trying to find the pass out in front. Does finally get it out to somebody, but the goaltender is going to bat it away for a moment. D'Ancona now trying to pick it up, getting it back to the defense for a moment. Finally does. It's going to get knocked up and out of play almost as it's going to make it all the way down to the general zone. Batted up in the air in the neutral zone still. Battling for it now is Campo. Campo now loses it for a moment. Emerson Miller's going to pick it up once again and dump it down into the Mountain Kings zone once more. Trying to pick it up now is going to be Campo as he loses it, goes over to the close boards once again. There's some big hits already in this hockey game here. This one makes its way out towards center once more. Continuing to battle for it here for a moment there. Campo sends it back down, goes around the backside of the net now. As the puck makes its way over the close hand boards, and now is an opportunity possibly for the Mountain Kings. 2-on-1 opportunity on the right-hand side. Save made by Toby Hopp. Hit him right in the numbers once again. As we'll have a bit of a scuffle on the back end of the play there for a moment. With 9:56 remaining here, the Mountain Kings lead 1-0. As we'll have a face-off here to the left-hand side of Toby Hopp, the starting goaltender tonight, 6'1", 185 out of Maple Grove, Minnesota. Puck drop, and it'll be won once again here by the Generals as the backside of the net. It'll be a pass once more. Tries to make the pass all the way up to Jet Otwell. He got a piece of it for a moment there. No icing will be called. Now it will be called. I thought for a moment, though, there was enough of a touch that I was going to keep it from being icing, but not the case here with 9:45 remaining in the first. Face off once again here to the left side of Toby Hopp. As this one will be dropped here, and the Generals will once again try and win it back. They will once more. Going around the backside of the net there for a moment is going to be LaFerriere. LaFerriere dumps it up ahead now to Jet Otwell. Jet Otwell on the far side boards. Loses it here now. Has to try and recover. Mountain Kings pick it up once again now on the close side boards. Tries to make the cross-ice pass. Does for a moment there, but gets batted away. Shot, save made by Hopp. Goes around the backside of the net for a moment here. Picked up once again by Otwell. Otwell now passes it up towards his teammates now as the puck goes all the way down to the bottom side of the netting. And now here come the Mountain Kings as they're able to recover it in their own zone. Tries to get the shot on. Save made by Toby Hopp. That one makes its way all the way over into the far corner. Picked up now for a moment by DeSpirit. DeSpirit makes the cross pass. Goes all the way up the boards to Otwell. Otwell tries to make the pass straight ahead. He will. Now here come the Generals once more. Over on the close hand boards, tries to find the forward in front. Can't get it to anybody, though, as this one makes its way all the way over now to Woleski. Woleski now going around the far boards. Excuse me, now that's Phil Feinberg. He's the extra forward, actually, here tonight. He's in the game now, as this one's over on the close hand boards. Battling for it now are the Mountain Kings, as they're able to take it across center ice. Pass goes straight across here. Now an opportunity, possibly, as they try and find the pass across. Makes it into the skates there of moment from, I believe it was Leclerc once more, but that one goes all the way across, and now the Generals have an opportunity to get out of their own zone. They do. Trying to make the cross-ice pass, not able to do so, and now the Mountain Kings have another opportunity possibly. 8:20 here in the first period, still 1-0 your score, the Mountain Kings lead. Pass out in front, Toby Hop's able to bat it away. The Generals are going to pick it up. Loses it for a moment, though. Shot save made by Hop. That one just got stuck up in the skates there of one of the defenders for the Generals. I wasn't sure who it was exactly, but Toby Hop at least able to step right in front of it. Little face-off here now to the right-hand side of Hop. We'll have a stoppage and play for a moment here. I believe a piece of equipment came off of somebody as the referee goes to pick it up and hand it off to the backup goaltender, Mark Slavinsky's rep. The face-off is won now here by the Mountain Kings, trying to keep it in the general zone here. That makes it all the way down to the far corner. Battling for it now. Continue to be the Generals as this one makes it around the backside of the net. Emerson Miller's going to pick it up once more. Try and pass it up towards Woleski. Woleski's going to lose it, though, as this one goes across center ice, though. The Mountain Kings pick it up now. Try and dump it back into the general zone. Miller's going to pick it up. Gets it stuck in his skates for a moment there. Toby Hop's able to recover him, though, and is able to make the save. Puck continues to battle here for the Mountain Kings. They try and see if they can tack on their second. The Generals trying to see if they can get them out of their own zone and put up their own here. Puck goes around the outside far boards now, trying to go towards center ice for a moment here. A nice little drop pass from Woleski. Drops it off towards Yuri Pospisil. This one goes around the backside of the net once more. The 6'3" Czech man continues the battle. Now battling for it on the close boards. Multiple different white and blue jerseys. Nobody can seem to get the puck moving at all. Now they finally do. It's going to get picked up once more here. Pass out in front. Nobody's able to get in front of it, though. And now here come the Mountain Kings. Possible 3-on-2 opportunity for them. Goes across to the far side boards, tries to get the shot on, blocked out in front. This one goes all the way around up to the blue line. Shot it once again, save made for a moment there. This puck makes his way around the backside, and then once more by Emerson Miller. Miller tries to make the pass out in front, does indeed. Gets it over towards his teammate Ryan Remick, who loses it for a moment. Here come the Mountain Kings once more. On the line change there as well for the Generals. They're finally able to recover, though. Picked up now by Jenner Urso. Tries to get out of his own zone, will indeed, makes it all the way to the neutral zone now as the Mountain Kings continue to apply the pressure. Going around the backside of the net now, come the Generals once more. As LaFerriere with a head of steam tries to come down the far boards. LaFerriere now gets called for offsides. LaFerriere lost his skating ability for a moment as one of the New Hampshire Mountain King sticks came in the way there. It was Igor Romanov who lost his stick in LaFerriere's armpit there for a moment. It was 6:23 here remaining. 1-0 still your score. The Mountain Kings lead. Puck is dropped once again here right in front of the Mountain Kings bench. Won for a moment there by the Mountain Kings. Now here's a one-on-one opportunity possibly. Trying to find the cross pass, though. He finally does here. The Mountain Kings drop it back to the blue line. Makes it away over the close boards, though. The Generals are able to bat it down. Kept in, though, by the Mountain Kings once more. Tries to find the pass across. Gets in the skates of somebody in front. I wasn't sure if that was a white jersey or not. Now here's an opportunity for the Generals. Here comes D'Ancona trying to find the pass across. Gets stolen by his own teammate, Ryan Remick there, who's trying to make the initial pass to Jacob Wilson, but Remick intercepts it. Now here's an opportunity for the Mountain Kings. 3-on-2. Now 3-on-3 after D'Ancona was able to get all the way back. Big hit on the backside of the boards. Loses his stick for a moment there. Puck still on the backside of the net. Battling for it, still on the backside of the net. Nobody can get to it in time. Clapp gets the save, rebound, and scores. The puck just simply skirted in between his armpit and goes into the backside of the net. And the Mountain Kings already out to a 2-0 lead. That one was scored by Hunter Federolf, who finds his first of the game. Once again, 2-0 your score here. The Mountain Kings lead now with 5:38 remaining here in the first period of play. Puck will be dropped once again here. The Generals are going to win it back into their own zone as DeSpirit now hands it off towards Rucapero, as this one makes its way all the way up across the far boards. No icing will be called for a moment here, as the goaltender will have to try and get rid of it. Finally does, makes it over to the far boards. The Generals pick it up for a moment, but pass is intercepted, and here come the Mountain Kings once more. Generally continue to put on that pressure. Goes around the backside. DeSpirit's going to pick it up once more. Tries to find the pass out in front. He does indeed. It'll end up on the stick of Campeau. Campeau tries to make the far cross-ice pass. Gets on Will Reardon's stick. And then who gets it knocked away from him, though, goes all the way back down into the general zone. DeSpirit now makes the cross pass over to Jet Otwell. Otwell takes the big hit over on the close side boards and loses the puck for a moment here. Battling for it still on the close boards are the Generals. Keeps it in for a moment there is Campeau. Campeau now going to have to try and forecheck for a moment. He'll actually go for a change. The Generals trying to make the line change while they still can. Here come the Mountain Kings once again. Pass out in front, gets intercepted for a moment there by the Generals. Trying to put it into the General zone. They finally will. Going to get picked up now by Zotter. Zotter on the close side boards. Tries to get it through. He finally does, but by the time it does, it gets its way out of play. As Thomas Klotchkov was the one who accidentally threw that one out of play there after Zotter tried dumping it in. Got it denied for a moment there, but we'll have a face-off here at center ice. So Klotchkov now goes to the center ice circle. The Yukon commit will step in. Face-off one here by the Mountain Kings. Over the right-hand side now, trying to get it up the close boards. Finally does as Quinn Booth tries to get it sent down. He does indeed. Clapp's able to get a hold of it, though, and makes its way over towards the far boards. Clapp picks it up once more, sends it around the backside of the net. As the Mountain Kings trying to see if they can find their third goal here with 4:10 remaining here in the first period of play. 2-0 your score. Pass makes its way across the blue line. Finally, the Generals able to get out of their own zone. The Mountain Kings do pick it up once more, though. A good forechecking once again by the Generals, though, as one moment there it looked like Deldana had an opportunity, but unfortunately for him, loses the puck. Big hit there for a moment by Emerson Miller. Lays him flat on the right-hand boards. Battling for it still here on the close boards. Here come the Generals once more. Tries to get the pass out in front. Klotchkov misses it there for a moment, and it'll be offsides called against the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. That's once again 2-0 your score here with 3:40 remaining in the first period of play. And what has already been quite the active first half, at least specifically for those Mountain Kings for a moment here, is we're actually going to have the puck dropped at center ice once more here. Is one back by the Generals for a moment here. Pass goes straight across over towards Generuso as this one goes all the way up to Yuri Pospisil. As the puck continues to go around the backside of the net now for the Mountain Kings. Going to the close boards. Another big hit there from the Generals. This one makes its way over to the defense once more. The Generals able to keep in their own zone for a moment here. Puck makes its way out for a moment there. Is Feinberg now trying to go around the backside of the net. Turns it around, goes towards the far side. Tries to make the chip pass, gets batted away, though, as the Mountain Kings continue to be a pester. Puck makes its way down past the bottom red line. Now going to get picked up for a moment by Laferriere. Laferriere sends it around the backside, Serge Genierso. Genierso makes a far cross body pass, goes all the way down. No icing will be called. The Mountain Kings will pick it up once more here. Big hit for a moment there by Woleski. Sent back around the backside of the net, now going up across the close boards. Goes all the way down to the general zone. This time, icing will be called. And with 2:43 here, I should say, with here remaining in the first period, still 2-0 your score. The Mountain Kings finding both goals already. As Chase Leclerc scored the opening goal, and Will Rice able to find the second one here with 2:43 remaining in the first. As we'll have a face-off here over to the left-hand side of Ryan Wallen. Face-off won by the Mountain Kings. Sent around the backside of the net once more. Picked up now by Tommy McDonough. McDonough now going to try and make the long pass up ahead. He's not able to find anybody in a blue jersey, though, as it's picked up by Recupero. Mountain Kings now recover, though, back in their own zone. Once more tries to dump it into the general zone. It will make its way around the backside of the net for a moment. Here is DeSpirit's going to try and pick it up. He will for a moment now. Hands it off to his defensive pairing, who tries to pass it up along the boards. Makes its way back over to DeSpirit for a moment here with 2:15 remaining. Shoots it all the way down to the Mountain King zone. No icing will be called once more. Picked up now by Diancona. Diancona tries to find the pass in front. Can't find it to Remick. Remick now on the close boards, trying to see if he can find the pass in front. Makes it around the backside of the net. Jacob Wilson now tries to find anybody in front. Gets it batted in front by the Mountain King defenseman. As he'll pick it up once more. Tries to find the pass in front again. Not able to get it passed through anybody. This puck makes it all the way down towards the general zone. DeSpirit will pick it up now. Makes the cross-ice pass over towards Remick. Remick now dumps it into the Mountain King zone. Makes its way around the backside of the net once more. Here come the Mountain Kings as they drop it into the general zone. Emerson Miller picks it up once more. Hands it off to Lago. Lago now loses it for a moment as it's at center ice. Here come the Mountain Kings once more. They lose control of it, though. It makes its way over to Emerson Miller's stick once more. Shoots it off the backhand of his own teammate for a moment. Tight save made there by Toby Hopp. As for a moment there, the center, I wasn't sure who it was exactly, lost the puck as he shot it off the backside of his own player. Now picked up by Jacob Wilson. Offsides will be called. He had a head step on everybody there for a moment, but he's not able to get far enough. Still 2-0 your score here with 1:13 remaining in this first period of play. As we'll face off here all the way down towards the general zone, near the I-95 Giants logo in the ice. The puck will be dropped here in front of the Generals bench. One here by the Generals once more. Taken back into their own zone. Pass over to Emerson Miller. Miller passes over to Lago. Lago now going around the backside of the net for a moment here. Passes it up across to the far boards. Lago picks it up once more around the backside of the net, trying to get out from his own zone. Lago finally does pick it up out of his own zone and makes it over to the close hand boards. Emerson Miller picks it up once more. Lago now trying to pick it up on the far boards. Picks it up, sends the cross ice pass to Otwell. Otwell now dumps it into the near zone. Picked up now by Campo. Campo loses it for a moment. Emerson Miller, shot, save, made in front. Puck is still loose. Otwell tries to dig it out. Does as well. Will Reardon now trying to send it around the backside of the net. Loses it for a moment here as the Mountain Kings continue to battle. Still on the far side boards for a moment here. Reardon, shot, save made. Leg save there for a moment as Emerson Miller tries to pick it up once more. Keeps it down low. Now picked up once again by Reardon. Reardon tries to make the pass out in front. Missed by Otwell and will make it out of the zone. 17 seconds here remaining in the period. As the Mountain Kings look to be holding it for a moment, trying to get a final rush here before the end of the period. Here they come once more. Pass gets redirected for a moment here. It's going to go all the way down to the general zone. Tries to go around the backside of the net for a moment. Here are the Generals with 1 second remaining. That'll end it. So at the end of the first period, 2-0 your score. The Generals down to the Mountain Kings after leading goals there for a moment by Chase Leclerc and Will Rice. So 2-0 will be your score here as we'll get ready to go underway in the second period after this quick break. Thank you for listening here to the listening to the Northeast Generals broadcast here on YouTube for this NAHL Expedition matchup here. We'll have more games on the NAHL TV site, obviously, but for today's game, you get a little special treat. You get some free hockey here on YouTube. So we'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Generals hockey game here on YouTube, and we'll be right back after the quick break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to the New England Sports Village as we get ready to go underway for period number 2 here between the New England, or excuse me, that's the New Hampshire, I should say, the New Hampshire Mountain Kings and your Northeast Generals. So we're here in the New England Sports Village is what I meant to say there for a moment. So we're going to get ready to go underway here in a moment again for the second period of play. As you can already see now, we have our score bug actually finally back up here once more. It's going to be 2-0 your score here through the first period of play as we'll get ready to go underway here once again for the second period of play here between this NAHL Expedition matchup here between the Generals and New Hampshire Mountain Kings. So if you give it another 30 seconds here, we'll be back underway in a moment here as we get ready to go for the second period of play. As we get ready to go here once again now, of course, the Generals are now down 2-0 here through that first period of play. Scores by Chase Leclerc and Will Rice have given the Mountain Kings an early lead here to mount on possibly. We get ready to go underway here for the second period of play as it was quite the feisty first period as well. We saw a couple of scuffles already here between the two sides as it continues to be a battle here between these two NAHL powerhouses as they get ready to go here for the second half of play. As we'll see once again, Toby Hopp will step in once again between the goalposts for the Generals. We'll once again see, I believe there, Ryan Keys will be in net for the Mountain Kings as we get ready to go underway here for the second period of play. Generals letting the stick taps be known on these face-offs that they've done all season long here, essentially. The General Academy teams have done it a lot as well here if you've been watching any of these games previously. As we get ready to go underway here for the second period, the Generals will drop the puck once more, and we go underway here on New England Sports Village. This one back over towards the Mountain Kings zone for a moment here. Picked up now once more by the Generals. Now makes its way all the way down to the Generals zone, though, and it'll have to be caught out by, for a moment there, it was Nick Recruiter. As I said his name wrong the last couple of times, I apologize. I promise I'm going to try and get it right this time now as this one makes its way up to the close boards. That's a big hit there for a moment on a Jacob Wilson. As this one makes its way all the way down to the far boards, goes all the way around the backside of the net for a moment here. Picked up now by Toby Hopp. Hopp gives it up for a moment here as the Mountain Kings trying to get it out of there, or Mountain Kings trying to keep it in the zone, but it gets out of the zone for a moment. Here comes Jacob Wilson with a head full of steam, tries to get a shot on net. Save made for a moment. A rebound gets batted away once more. It still stays in front of the net. Now going through the neutral zone. Here come the Mountain Kings once more. Pick it up. Now trying to get it out of their own zone for a moment. Now keeping it in the neutral zone, putting it back down towards the General zone. Miller now going with the cross-ice pass, loses it for a second. Now makes its way up towards, what I mean, for a moment there was D'Ancona. D'Ancona's going to lose it for a moment now as it continues to just be stick taps on stick taps. Finally a little settled now as Lago takes a big hit into the boards, and we're going to see a penalty immediately. And now the bodies are going to be thrown about a little bit here. And what looked like for a moment there, Lago took a big hit there into the boards for a moment. It's going to result in a penalty here, as Emerson Miller is letting a couple of words be loose and known towards the Mountain Kings players. So we'll look to see what the penalty is going to be here, actually. For a moment here. It's going to be a boarding call here against number 31 for a moment. That's going to be Quinn Booth. He'll take the first penalty of this hockey game here. We haven't seen really much of that either here tonight. We haven't seen any penalties during that entire first period of play as in this 2-0 hockey game here between the New Hampshire Mountain Kings and the New Northeast Generals in this NAHL Expedition matchup here. So we'll have a power play here for the Generals. We'll get ready to go once more here with a man advantage now for the Generals. The 2-minute power play going in favor. We'll have a face-off here. Dropped one now back towards the Mountain Kings zone for a moment here. Tried to get picked up once more. Fired down the ice, and it goes all the way down as it was battered off the stick of Lago, who took that initial hit to draw the penalty. The Generals will now have to try and rebound here on this opportunity to possibly find their first goal of this hockey game. Pass goes straight across over towards Otwell. Otwell now tries to put it out of the neutral zone. Accidentally gets it batted up in the air for a moment. Here it gets picked up once more, this time by Will Reardon as the Holy Cross product passes it straight across, goes up, gets tap passed across the line here for a moment, now goes down into the New Hampshire zone. Big hits once again, makes it over to the far boards, goes around almost to the backside of the net for a moment there, but gets intercepted for a second by Ryan Remick. Remick loses it though, goes all the way down, tries to get batted out of the air. It's going to go all the way down in the general zone. New Hampshire tries to make the line change. Long pass there as you could hear the screaming Andrew Deladonna trying to get the puck up to him. He wasn't able to get it in time as the line changes come through once again, this time for the Generals. A minute remaining here on the penalty kill for the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. The Generals now trying to get it out in their own zone, see if they can generate a little more offense. Here they come once again. Now it's Ryan Remick. Remick makes the drop pass for a moment to Campo. He loses it for a second. Now it makes its way over to the shot. Save made once again. Now as D'Ancona try to beat him on the glove hand side. Pass now goes over towards Rukuru for a minute there as the pass goes straight across. Makes it back all the way up towards Nick once more as he loses it. And it goes all the way down to the general zone. 17:20 here remaining in this second period of play. 30 seconds remaining on the power play for the Generals. Here they come once more now, trying to go across center ice. It's going to be D'Ancona. D'Ancona now loses it, makes its way over to the far boards, goes back now, hands it back off towards Remick. Remick loses it over on the close boards. The puck's now going to make its way. Here's an opportunity now for the Mountain Kings. 2-on-1 shot, save made once again by Toby Hawk. Bounces off his shoulder. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Here come the Generals once more. Pass goes off the skates there, Frank D'Ancona. Goes all the way back down to the general zone. The New Hampshire Mountain Kings are going to kill it. 16:45 here remaining in this second period of play. Still 2-0 your score here. Now here come the Generals once more. Trying to go through the bodies here once more. Was going to be for a moment Ben Campo. Campo loses it. D'Ancona is going to have it for a second. Penalty is going to be called. Delayed penalty here against the Mountain Kings. The Generals have an opportunity here, 5-on-6. Tries to make the shot, save made out in front. Still loose for a moment here. Finally picked up by the Mountain Kings, and it'll hang on. So we'll have yet another penalty called, this time against the Mountain Kings. I believe this was going to be another roughing call. As for a moment there, it will be a roughing call here. Now will be the second power play for the Generals here. We'll have a stoppage and play for a moment here as the referee is going to call for a time for a second here. Face off now over the left-hand side of the goaltender. One back by the Generals once more. Brought over now to Bryson Lago. Lago now makes the straight across pass. This one passed right across now to Jet Otwell. Otwell passes back up to Lago. Back over to Otwell. Otwell back up top to Lago once more. Tries to pass it down now towards Reardon. Reardon, shot save made. Glove save once more by Ryan Keys. 16:07 here remaining in the second period of play. There's once more. The Generals have an opportunity possibly with the power play. One back into the Mountain Kings zone for a moment here. Picked up once more by the Generals, though. Made the pass straight across to Otwell. Otwell back up to Lago once more. Tries to make the pass over towards Reardon. Reardon now up the top side. Gets blocked in front by a General, and this one gets batted away by the goaltender. Big hit there on the far side boards. It was a battle for a moment there with Deldonna. Deldonna's shot on. Save made, and here comes the fights once more. What has been quite the feisty period already between these two sides. 15:46 here remaining in the second period of play. A minute 23 still on the power play for the Generals as they try and find their first goal. Face-off is won over on the left-hand side by the Generals once more. Picked up once again, now passed over to the left-hand side, now passed up towards center. Sent back down now towards, for a moment there, was going towards what I thought Miniver is D'Ancona. As the puck's lost by D'Ancona now, and here's an opportunity for the Mountain Kings. 2-on-2 now, trying to find the pass in front, gets a little too far, and this one makes its way over to the close side boards. Battling for it now are the Generals now with a minute left on the power play. Puck makes its way all the way across, down now towards center ice, makes it now onto the stick of D'Ancona. D'Ancona tries to get a shot on, can't get it through though as it gets blocked out in front. Picked up once by Jacob Wilson, loses it though into the close corner. Battling for it now is everybody in a white jersey and everybody in a blue jersey at this point. Trying to find the shot on, sends it back around the backside of the net for a moment as Recruiter will pick it up once more. Battling for it on the backside of the net once more. The Generals are going to lose it for a second here as it's going to go across center ice and make its way all the way down towards Toby Hop for a moment. With 14:45 here remaining, 20 seconds on the power play. The forechecking continues to be a pester here for the Mountain Kings. Generals finally break it out of their own zone for a moment here. Picked up now by D'Ancona. D'Ancona takes a big hit, and this one's going to make its way all the way back down to the Generals zone once more. So it's going to be Generoso trying to pick it up. The Mountain Kings yet again kill off yet another power play. 2-0 still your score here. Generoso now getting chased around the backside of the net, trying to find a way out. Continuing to go around with it, sends it up the close boards for a moment here, trying to hand it off to one of his teammates. One back by the Mountain Kings once more, keeping it down low in the zone. Generoso now sends it up the boards once again, trying to get out of his own zone. Picked up here by Zotter. Zotter now trying to get out of his own zone. He finally does. Generoso now trying to lose it for a moment, gets it sent back down towards his own zone for a moment. Now LaFerriere picks it up. LaFerriere sends it straight across now, picked up once more by the Mountain Kings. Getting it into neutral ice here for an opportunity. 3-on-3 now going into the General zone. Offsides will be called. It's going to get feisty here really quickly. You can already tell as the battling continues here between the two sides. As with 13:40 here remaining in this second period of play, still 2-0 your score. So we'll have a face-off here right in front of the Mountain Kings bench. Having a moment here, taking a second. Puck is dropped now. In a bit of a mess in front of the bench for a moment there as it'll continue play here for a moment. With 13:33 here remaining in the second, still 2-0 your score. Both penalty kills killed off by the Mountain Kings. This one makes it around the backside of the net. Generals finally pick it up now for a moment here, going along the backside now, going across now over towards Woleski. Woleski now tries to find the pass in front, misses Yuri now, trying to find a cross over to the far side boards for a moment. Emerson Miller gets beat. Now here's an opportunity for the Mountain Kings, trying to find the pass in front. Doesn't get through the defender though. Great defensive job there by Bryson Lago. He's able to take a step in front after his teammate for a moment. Emerson Miller got caught up, shot on, save made by Toby Hop. It hits him right in the numbers. With 13 now here remaining. 13 minutes, I should say, here in this second period of play. Still 2-0 your score. Face off now to the left-hand side of Hop. The Generals will wait for a moment here. The puck will drop, and then it'll be one back by the Generals once more. Trying to send it around the backside of the net. They will try and get it out of their own zone. Can't get it far enough, though, as the Mountain Kings are able to keep it from getting across the blue line. Finally does. Picked up now for a moment Matt DeSpirit. DeSpirit now trying to make his way down into the neutral zone. Tries to make the pass straight across. Jet Otwell isn't there. Pass on the backside of the net now. Trying to find a body in front. Can't get it there, so goes around the backside once again. Making the pass out in front. Otwell not able to get to it in time. Picked up once more now. Trying to get the shot on. Can't get it off, though. Unfortunately there for Ben Campeau. He couldn't get the shot. Batted away for a moment now. Picked up once again now by the Mountain Kings for a moment. But Jet Odwell trying to get in the way. He does once more. Big hit there against the boards. Good stick work once again by Matt DeSpirit. He's able to keep the Mountain Kings away for a moment. Shot on. Save made once again by Toby Hop. He'll hang on. With 12:14 here remaining in the second period of play. 2-0 your score. As the Generals continue to try and battle here, trying to find their first goal of this hockey game. The Mountain Kings obviously having both their goals in the first period. Puck is dropped once again here. The Generals win it back. Trying to make the initial pass up this time towards D'Ancona. D'Ancona loses it. Shot back in by the Mountain Kings once more as it'll try to be picked up once again by LaFerriere. LaFerriere sends it around the far or close boards now. Trying to get picked up by Generoso. LaFerriere passes up once more, this time up towards, for a moment, Remick, as Remick gives it up for a moment. The Mountain Kings continuing to battle. Generoso trying to lay the body on the backside once more. Shot on, save made once again by Toby Hop. This one continues to be battled for on the close boards once more. Mountain Kings pick it up once again, trying to find the pass out in front. They do, trying to get the shot on. Save made as it's bodied out in front. Rebound, shoot, and save by Toby Hop. Hop has looked very solid in net here tonight. The only 2 goals he's given up have been one-on-one opportunities with him, essentially, right directly in front of the net. As the 6'1", 185-pounder from Maple Grove, Minnesota, continues to try and stand tall in net for this Generals team. Face off once again here. Will be called off for a moment. Picked up once again here, won back by the Mountain Kings. As it'll be shot on, goes around the backside of the net once more. Toby Hop's able to get enough of that one. As it goes around the backside of the net, goes all the way up towards the blue line for a moment here. The Generals will try and get it out. They will. Battling for it still are the Mountain Kings. Make it all the way back down in towards their own zone for a second there. Shoots it all the way back down to the General zone as it goes around the backside of the net. Icing will be called. So with 11:09 here left in this second period of play, the Generals still down 2-0. And what's been honestly a pretty closely contested affair is now we're actually going to see Toby Hop is going to go to the bench. So we're going to see a goalie change from both sides here for a moment. So we're going to see Mark Slavinskis Repe step into net here from Latvia for the Generals. And we're also going to go ahead and see Ryan Wallen step in now for the Mountain Kings. We'll have a moment here. Puck is dropped once again. The Mountain Kings will win it for a moment here, but the puck just keeps bouncing around. It goes around the back side of the net for a moment here, and the Mountain Kings will try and get it out. They will indeed. Going across center ice now, trying to see if they can find any passes out in front. Emerson Miller gets a good stick. Save made immediately by Marks. Big hit there on the right-hand boards for a moment there, but Nolan Zotter won't go down without a fight. This one makes its way around the backside of the net now as the New Hampshire Mountain Kings able to pick it up once more. Here's an opportunity possibly for them as Emerson Miller getting back, does a great job of being able to outbody his way to the puck. Deldana now trying to go around the backside possibly, makes his way, stops, goes over down, sends it around the backside to the far boards. Trying to get picked up by anybody there for a moment as Waleski thought it was going to make it to his teammate who actually went for the line change. So as it goes all the way down into the Mountain King zone, icing will be called with 10:20 here remaining. Once again, 2-0 your score here. The Generals down early after goals immediately there from the likes of Chase Leclerc and Will Rice. They're seeing if they can try and maybe have an opportunity here after scoring, or after the initial goals there by the New Hampshire Mountain Kings, trying to see if they could score on those power plays. Both of them were killed off by the Mountain Kings, though, pretty immensely. So we'll have an opportunity here once again in their own zone. Face off to the right-hand side of the goaltender. One back now once again by the Generals. It goes around the backside of the net once more. Picked up now by Lago. Lago now trying to get it out of his own zone. He gets it over to Emerson Miller. Miller now trying to get the puck down. He will indeed. Makes it past the red line. Gets it right onto the goaltender for a moment. And a stoppage in play as the goaltender holds on. Wallen. With 10:06 now remaining here in the period. Face-off now to the right-hand side of the goaltender. Face-off won by the Generals. Goes over towards the far side boards for a moment. Goes around towards the backside to Waleski. Waleski loses it for a moment. Now go and get picked up once again by Feinberg. Feinberg loses it. Now here come the Mountain Kings once more. Trying to take the large attack here. Tries to make the cross-ice pass. Good save for a moment there by Despirit. Despirit able to come out of left field and literally dive across to make the save. Rebound goes wide. Puck stays down in the General zone for a moment here. Matt Despirit's going to pick it up once more. Tries to chip it out of his own zone. He does for a moment here. The Mountain Kings will have to reset. Finally do get it back down into the General zone. Goes around the backside of the net once more. Here is Nick Ricurero. Tries to pick it up. Gets rid of it for a moment. Stays on the close hand boards for a second now. Lets it go for a moment as the Mountain Kings will pick it up once more. As for a moment there, it was Brauchowski on the backside of the net. Let that puck go back around the backside and let the New Hampshire Mountain Kings pick it up as this one gets kicked over the blue line. They'll have to reset once more. I believe we're going to have a offsides call here of a sort, or it was going to be an out of play. Nonetheless, stoppage in play for the moment. With 9:08 here remaining in the second period of play. The Mountain Kings have been ferocious on the attack here all night tonight in this 2-0 hockey game. Face off here now right in front of the Mountain Kings bench. This puck is dropped. One back by the Generals for a moment here, but the Mountain Kings are actually able to get a hold of it. This shot is save made by Merckx once again. As this one makes its way up and out of play once more, as Mark Slavinskis-Repe has already seen quite a bit of action here tonight. And he's only been in the game for about 2 minutes now. Puck is dropped over on the left-hand side now of Repe, as this one's won back once again now by the Generals. Sends it around the backside of the net once more, trying to make the cross-ice pass, intercepted in front, shot, save made, rebound still available now out in front of the net. Rebound still flying about, still out in the open. As once again there, Slavinsky is able to make the great save for a moment as the Generals now get it out of their own zone. Shooting it down into the Mountain King zone for a moment. It makes it over the stick of the goaltender. Otwell now picking up over on the far side boards. Takes a shoulder to the helmet for a moment there, but he's able to keep it in the zone. Giving up now, finally, the Mountain Kings get it out of their own zone, trying to shoot it down further into the Generals zone. Picked up now by the Generals. Shut up the boards by LaFerriere. Bounces his way towards center ice and gets sent back down into the Generals zone. Jenner Urso now picks it up. Sends it around the backside of his own net as the Mountain Kings are going to pick it up and keep possession. Pass out in front, gets kicked away for a moment. Now here come the Generals with a possible opportunity. Reardon now tries to make the cross-ice pass, sends it down all the way down across the ice instead. Now giving up is the Mountain Kings trying to make the change. The Generals with a great line change. Here's an opportunity. 2-on-2 now. Shot, save made in the legs of the goaltender. Rebound loose still. As once again, there was a good shot there from Remick. Stayed loose for a moment. The goaltender couldn't find it and was still in his pads. Makes his way up to the blue line now as the Generals will lose their possession for a moment here, D'Ancona, but now it gets picked up by Remick. Remick on the far outside boards trying to find the pass in front. Finally does get the pass out in front to D'Ancona. D'Ancona, shot, save made. Jacob Wilson was trying to bury it home. Makes his way over to the close side boards once again now. Jacob Wilson battling for it on the close side alongside Ryan Remick. Keeps going for it now. Remick on the backside of the net. Jacob Wilson picks it up. Tries to find the pass in front. Can't find D'Ancona. 17:20 here remaining in the second period of play. 2-0 still your score. Battling for it still is for a moment there was Remick is still in the zone. Now the New Hampshire Mountain Kings will pick it up, but a tripping call I think will be made. With 7:12 here remaining in this second period of play, we'll see yet another penalty. So it is going to be a tripping call this time. As this time it will be called against Franz de Groot of the Mountain Kings, the left winger on that third pairing. He'll take his first penalty in the third opportunity of a power play here for the Generals. Face-off will be on the left-hand side of the goaltender. Taking a moment here as the referee's trying to let it be known to the wingers. They've been kind of getting antsy all night here as this puck is dropped finally. One back over to the Generals side. Pass goes straight across once again here towards... For a moment there was that is Will Reardon. As Will Reardon now over near the Generals bench, passes over across now towards his teammate Lago. Lago now counts down well to Otwell. Now goes over to Reardon once more. Shot on, save made once again here. Reardon now goes for the rebound. Loses it for a moment. He takes a hit in the boards and he's down for a second. And he's going to go to the bench as the Mountain Kings continue to battle in their own zone. Puck is batted out of the air for a moment there by Otwell, continuing to be battled for it down low in the zone. As now he continues to keep going. Bartowski now tries to get a piece of it. Goes all the way up into the neutral zone here, and now Bryson Lago will have to pick it up. Bryson Lago now passes over to the close side boards, gets it over towards his teammate Deladonna. Deladonna now makes the shot. Safe score! Chet Otwell! Open the scoring with a blocker shot, scores over the shoulder there of Ryan Wallen, and we'll have a goal for the Generals. For the first time tonight, they find the back of the scoreboard. With 6:19 remaining here in the second period of play, the Generals finally find their way onto the scoreboard off of a beautiful snipe there from Jet Otwell. And that'll make it a 2-1 hockey game now as the penalty kill. Wasn't going to be able to make it through this time. Puck is dropped once again here. Battle for it now at center ice. This one makes us back over towards the Mountain King zone for a moment here. 6:10 remaining here in this hockey game. As this one makes its way over almost into the front of the goaltender for a moment of Slavickas Repe. This one bounces around over towards center ice. Picked up now by Matt DeSpirit. DeSpirit trying to find the pass out in front. Can't get it to anybody just in time as it makes its way over to the stick now. For a moment, what I believe there was Ryan Remick as this one makes its way back down into the Mountain King zone. Picked up once again now, trying to break it down into the general zone. They do. Tries to make the pass out in front. Gets intercepted for a moment there by Ryan Remick. Puck makes its way over now onto the far side boards. Batted away now for a moment by D'Ancona. Tries to get it over the blue line, and the stick goes flying for a moment there. And puts his hands up was Recurero as he lost his stick as it got lifted for a moment. Battling for it still on the close boards for a second now. And I think we're going to see another penalty here for a moment. And there's going to be some extracurricular here across the boards. With 5:21 remaining here, 2-1 your score. The Generals are still down, but they're finally on the board here after the goal by Jed Otwell. And I think we're going to see yet another penalty in this hockey game. So we're going to see now, it's going to be Jacob Wilson going to the box, as well as someone in the Mountain Kings uniform. Is going to be Isaac Rentmeester. He'll go to the box now. So we'll have offsetting penalties, I'm going to assume here, and either be 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 hockey. I'm assuming it's going to be fives. It looks like from the hand gestures from the referee here, it's going to be 5-on-5 hockey, I believe. I could be, of course, wrong. I will be wrong. So it will be 4-on-4 hockey here for the first time here tonight. We'll see some 4-on-4 hockey here with 5:21 remaining. Face-off won back by the Generals once more here, but the Mountain Kings are going to pick it up and try and push it into the General zone. Trying to make the pass out in front. Does for a second here, but rebound save made by Mark Slavickas Repe. As the Latvian 6'3", 170 man in his first year, I believe, here with the Generals. Gets his first action here as well in the New England Sports Complex. Face off now to the right-hand side of Repe once more as this one's dropped back into the General zone. One back now as Matt DeSpirit's going to pick it up around the backside of the net, try and make his way out in front. Getting stick from behind for a moment there, but he's finally able to make it across center ice. Keeps going now, trying to make it over to the left-hand side once more. Getting stuck on those far boards, though, for a second now. He gets chipped away for a moment as now Rucurero picks it up, gets it passed over to him once more, trying to find the body down in the bottom half of the boards. It was trying to find Feinberg. Feinberg's not able to get enough of it, though. He'll go around the backside of the net, tries to make the initial pass there for a moment to Laferriere. Laferriere picks it up, tries to make the pass down low. Big hit there for a moment, and we're going to see a penalty here once again. The Generals are going to go on the power play. As there was a big hit there for a moment, and what I believe there was on to Deladona, as he wasn't even near the puck in time before that puck resulted in a hit. So with 4:34 here to go, we're going to see another power play for the Generals. This will be their fourth of the period, let alone of this hockey game. And what's been, to put it lightly, quite the chaotic second period of play. We'll see yet another penalty here. This time, it's going to be against Josh Dulon. So we'll get ready to have another face-off here to the right-hand side of Ryan Wallen. As what's been a very closely contested hockey matchup here in the second period of play, the Generals finally able to respond as this face-off's won once again by the Mountain Kings, but the Generals are going to be able to pick it up once more. Over on the right-hand side is Lago. Lago now trying to get it back over to himself. He does indeed. Lago now sends it back down low, trying to make the pass straight across now over towards Courier, or Recourer, excuse me. Oh, I cannot speak here today. 4:15 remaining here in the second period of play. Still 2-1 your score now. Shot on, save made once again here As this puck makes its way all the way across the blue line, the Generals will have to reset once again as Bryson Lago will pick it up. Lago now tries to make the pass back once again. Making a way across the blue line once more. Trying to get an opportunity with the shot on possibly. Goes around the backside of the net now. Trying to make the pass up now towards D'Ancona. D'Ancona now passes it down to his defensive line mate. Passes it back up now to D'Ancona. D'Ancona shot goes wide. Picked up now by Lago now. About a minute 8 left still remaining on the power play. Pass made. Shot save made once again. Lago trying to find the back of the net. Couldn't do so. As the Mountain Kings will finally try and get it out. D'Ancona is able to knock it down from getting all the way down the ice, but it's still in the neutral zone here. He'll have to reset. Makes it across the blue line now, trying to stand still for a moment, let his offense get reset. Hands it back off to Lago once more. Lago makes a little nifty move, trying to battle for it on the close boards for a second here. Battling for it still are the Generals. D'Ancona trying to pick it up, gets tackled essentially to the ground for a moment there. Here come the Mountain Kings, though. 35 seconds remaining still on that penalty kill. They're going to have an opportunity to possibly get onto the goaltender. As collisions in front now, as it's still a continuous battle at this point. Here come the Generals, though. 2-on-2 opportunity now as Jacob Wilson hands it off towards Jed Otwell. He already has a goal here tonight. Tries to pass it over to the far side boards. Does indeed, but nobody there to pick it up. Emerson Miller, though, now will pick it up. Otwell now makes it over to the close side boards. Goes further down into the zone. Passes it back to Miller. Miller, pass down low. Shot save made. Goes wide. Otwell now goes to retrieve it. He does indeed. 4 seconds remaining on the power play. Puck still on the close boards for a moment here. Kept in zone by Matt DeSpirit. DeSpirit now tries to make the shot on, shoots and scores! Matt DeSpirit puts one through over the shoulder side. And 2-2 now your score. With 2:28 remaining, Matt DeSpirit coming in from the close side boards, shoots it over the blocker side once again. It's a tied hockey game. It's been all Generals in this second half of play, essentially. After being down during 2-0 during that first period, they've now come back and made it a 2-2 hockey game. Face off once and one again by the Generals here. One over to the left-hand side now. Passes it back to LaFerriere. LaFerriere passes it now up to Jenner Urso. Jenner Urso loses it for a moment. Now the Mountain Kings trying to see if they can turn something here, but it's going to get given up now to Bartowski. Bartowski now dumps it into the zone. Bartowski now on the far boards, tries to go around the backside of the net for a moment here, hands it off to Waleski. Waleski now goes around the backside once again, battling for it now, goes onto the goaltender for a moment, and there's going to be a big throw, and now the referees are going to come flying in once again. And now here we go with the scrums once more. To say this has been a closely heated affair, I think would be put it the most light way possible. I wasn't sure which General player got put down there in front of the net for a moment there, but he wasn't very happy about it. As you can imagine, the rest of the Generals weren't very happy either. I believe we'll have two different players possibly going through the boxes here. Maybe. I don't know. So the referees are continuing to conversate here with the players for a moment, trying to get everybody calmed down for a moment. Doesn't look like anybody's going to actually go to the box here. It's just going to be a face-off outside of the Generals bench for a moment here with 2:01 remaining in the second period of play. Puck is dropped once again. The Generals will win it back into their own zone for a moment. Now we're going to have another stoppage in play. And here we go. The fights are coming now. And what I didn't expect to see this year tonight, it's going to be for a moment there. Gregor Jenner Urso started throwing hands with somebody on the right-hand side. As Jenner Urso started throwing hands with Charlie Sandovan. And I think Jenner Urso has already walked himself off the rink. In this 2-2 hockey game, that is turned into an absolute upside-down fest at this point. So Jenner Urso already walked off the ice. I think he knows he's done probably for the night here. As no, he'll actually, I think, no, he will stay off the ice there for a moment. I thought it was him coming back on. It was actually Phil Feinberg. As Matt DeSpirit, the captain of this, or at least one of the captains of this Generals team, will go over to have a chat for a moment here. Is now Charlie Sandovan will walk into the box. As we'll see how the penalties are going to be distributed here with 1:57 remaining here in the second period of play. As mentioned before, it's been quite the scrappy fetish between these two teams. Sandovin is actually going to go over to the bench for a moment. I think this is going to be a little bit of a semi-timeout, essentially, here. And what has been quite the interesting game at this point. Brian Erickson getting the explanation now here on the Generals bench from the referee. So not sure entirely what the results of this are all going to be, but we do know that Gregor Generurso, the 5'11", 180 man from Sweden, has walked himself off the rink. So I think that's his way of saying, I think I'm done for the night. I think he knew he was done as well once he started throwing fisticuffs there. So he will be induced a major penalty for the moment. And I don't know if anything's going to be put against the Mountain Kings here. It will not be, so it'll be a 5-minute power play here for the Mountain Kings. As Matt DeSpirit now continues to talk with the referee, trying to suit his case, but we'll have a face-off here to the right-hand side of the goaltender. A 5-minute power play here for the Mountain Kings as they'll win this one back. Passing it along the boards now, trying to see if they can find a body out in front. Pass over to the far first off circle. Can't find anybody there. Good stick for a moment from Feinberg. Feinberg not able to get in front of him enough, though, as this one makes its way over to the close face-off circle. Up to the blue line. Shot save made there by Mark Slavinskis-Repe. He's looked very well here tonight already. He's faced a lot of challenges early on and has done a good job at facing them with head-on adversity. With 4:40 remaining still on this major penalty, it will go until the end of the second period. Face-off once again here, won by the Mountain Kings this time. One over to the far boards for a moment here. Trying to get the puck up now for a moment. Now going down to the backside of the net. Trying to go back up towards the boards once more. Trying to make it towards the front side of the net. Here's Franz de Groot. He already has a penalty here tonight. He gives it up now towards his blue line mates as they battle for it now here on the left-hand side. Trying to get it out of the zone will be the Generals, and a great job there by Phil Feinberg as he's able to get it out. Line changes come through here. Trying to be a hit there for a moment, and we're going to see yet another penalty against the Generals. As Frank D'Ancona went for the hit, he accidentally gets hip on hip for a moment there, and he's going to take another penalty. So tripping the call here, and it'll be 5-on-3 for the Generals to kill for this final minute and 2 seconds worth of play, plus probably the next 58 in the third period. In a tied 2-2 hockey game, the Mountain Kings trying to take as much extra time as they can here, it seems, trying to formulate a plan on this 5-on-3. As we'll see, Nick Ricuro, Matt DeSpirit, and Jacob Wilson step in on this 3-on-5 for the Generals. Wilson will step into the face-off dot to the right-hand side here of Slavinskis-Repe. Puck is dropped here as the Generals try and win it back for a moment. It'll make its way around the backside of the net once more. Battling for it still on the backside of the net. DeSpirit now trying to get it away for a moment. He will in time. Jacob Wilson now trying to keep his stick for a moment. It goes over to the blue line. Goes all the way down towards the backside of the net. DeSpirit now battling for it. Battling still towards the backside of the net for a moment here. Goes all the way over to the close-sided boards. The collision will occur, and they'll go all the way sprawling into the boards. This puck lays out in front right now. Save made once again now by Slavinskis-Repe. Rebound goes over to the far close corner. Continuing to battle for it here are the Generals. Ricuro in the middle of it. He's got it stuck on his skate. He can't get it away for a moment here. Makes its way out. Finally, DeSpirit's able to bat it away for a second here. The Mountain Kings trying to see if they can maybe find something with 10 seconds remaining. Makes the far ice pass once more here, trying to see if they can get a shot on. Shot goes off the blocker once more of Slavinskis-Repe. Puck in the corner once more, 2 seconds remaining, 1 second, and that'll end it here. So at the end of 2-2 now your score. The Generals are back in this hockey game. And what has been nothing short of a chaotic turn of events at this point. 2-2 now your score. We'll go to a third period of play once more here again, tied at 2 apiece. And what has been nothing short of a chaotic hockey game here. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening to the Generals hockey game here on YouTube on this new Northeast Generals broadcast. We'll be back momentarily. Please stick around. Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to the New England Sports Village here in Attleboro, Massachusetts, as we're going to get ready to go underway here for period number 3 here, as we have a couple more minutes of this intermission for the moment now, but we'll be getting ready to go underway here once again in this NAHL Expedition matchup here between the Northeast Generals and the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. I'll get it right one of these times. I've messed it up both times. Keep calling them New England. I know it's not New England. I'm aware that it is New Hampshire, but as we get ready to go underway here for this third period of play, it's a little bit of a different scoreline from the last time we were here in the intermission for a moment. Last time we were here, it was 2-0 in favor of the Mountain Kings after an initial goal by Chase Leclerc, and Will Rice led it up to a 2-0 lead immediately for the Mountain Kings. They continue to be a pester on that offensive side, continuing to make rushes on the offense, but now obviously not so much the case, as the Generals are able to make it back with their own two. Jet Otwell scoring to make it a 2-1 hockey game. And Matt DeSpirit immediately off of the power play, able to pot one over the shoulder side there of the goaltender, Ryan Wallen. So now we have a 2-2 hockey game here heading in this third period of play. 26-19 the shots. The Mountain Kings still out shooting the Generals, but obviously it's still a tied hockey game, and anything can happen in hockey now, can it? As we get ready to go underway here, the Mountain Kings will take their way out onto the ice. Here's, once again, the leading goal scorers in this game already. Chase Leclerc scored that very first goal early on in this hockey game before being followed up by Will Rice. Those were both in that first period of play. In the second period, it was all Generals. Jet Otwell being able to break open the scoring for the Generals eventually. I want to say about 10 minutes into the period, and then obviously Matt DeSpirit, the captain of that defense, able to beat the goaltender on his blocker side over the shoulder immediately after that power play ended for the Generals. Literally not even 3 seconds later, as the Mountain King defender came back onto the ice and was stepping into his zone, DeSpirit walked right in and was able to beat the goaltender on his blocker side. I don't believe anybody was able to beat him in front, or at least get a piece of it. I believe DeSpirit is going to get the credit for that goal. But now we have a bit of a dilemma if you're the Generals. You're going to have to deal with some 5-on-3 hockey for the first couple of minutes, or at least the first minute of hockey here. For 58 seconds, the Generals are going to be down on a 5-on-3. As the Mountain Kings are going to already have themselves a man advantage as well here, as, if mentioned previously, Gregor Generurso, the starting third pairing right defenseman, took a major penalty for fighting after throwing hands for a moment there with Charlie Sandovan, the second pairing right defenseman of the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. So there's still 3 minutes remaining on that major penalty against Generurso, who has, I think, pretty much been removed from this hockey game. And the penalty still against Frank D'Ancona will last another 58 seconds. So the Generals will have to play 58 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey and still have to deal with another 2 minutes worth of power play hockey that the Mountain Kings will see if they can maybe try and capitalize on. Obviously, if you're the Generals, you're begging and praying that you're able to hold out very well here, and I think they will. But we get ready to go underway here for this third period matchup here between the New Hampshire Mountain Kings and the Northeast Generals here in Attleboro, Massachusetts, in the New England Sports Village. Face off at center ice once again here between the two sides. Ben Campo now will take the face off here for the Generals. Face off won by the Generals for a moment here, but now here come the Mountain Kings. They'll dump it down deep inside, down towards the Generals zone. Makes it all the way down to the right-hand boards once again. It'll make it all the way down into the New Hampshire Mountain Kings zone. As the goaltenders will stay the same here for this third period matchup. As at first, it's now Mark Slavinskis-Repe for the Generals, and it's going to be Ryan Wallen for the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. This puck makes its way down to the Generals zone once again here. Shot up around the boards. It's going to go all the way back down now into the Mountain Kings zone with 20 seconds now, or excuse me, I can't get the English out right now. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Now here come the Mountain Kings once more, trying to make it down the close boards. Gets it dumped down into the General zone for a moment here. Big hit there for a moment by what I believe there was Recupero. As I've now tried to figure out your name, and I'd like to thank whoever it was who came into the box to help me with that for a moment as this puck gets sent back all the way down to the Mountain Kings zone. I couldn't find out what the right way to say it was. Thank you to whoever that was. I promise, Nick, I will get your name right. I promise. 2 minutes now remaining on the major penalty as the power play will be extended still here, but it's now 5-on-3 hockey anymore as this puck makes its way across the blue line once more. 18:45 now remaining in this third period of play. A minute 48 still on the major penalty against, Gregor Giannarusso. And now here come the New Hampshire Mountain Kings once again. Shot save made here by Slavinskis Repe. Hits him right in the Generals logo. 18:35 now remaining here. A minute 39 still on the penalty kill. 2-2 your score here in the third period of play. As Thomas Klochkov will now step into the box for Gregor Giannarusso. He'll be the one that'll come out after the major penalty is completed, as this one's won over to the close side boards once again here by the Generals. As now New Hampshire will pick it up, goes around the backside of the net for a moment here, makes its way over to the far side boards. Trying to send it around the backside of the net once more. They will. It's going to get picked up by Brycion Lago. Lago now tries to send it up the boards. He's not able to get it very far, though, unfortunately, as D'Ancona now out of the box is trying to battle for it with a penalty kill. Big hit there for a moment now by Emerson Miller, continuing to battle for it here on the close boards. Only a minute 15 left on the power play. Pass goes over to the close sides again once more now. Tries to get it across. Now here's an opportunity possibly for the Generals. Here comes Frank D'Ancona, who just took that penalty. Breaks through towards the middle. Tries to get the shot on and gets blocked away for a moment there. A great opportunity there from Frank D'Ancona. He's not able to find it, though. Puck makes its way all the way down to the General zone as now Nick Recupero tries to send it around the backside of the net. Pass out in front, makes it through everybody, but goes through literally everybody and goes all the way up to the blue line almost. This one gets sent back down. 45 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. 17:35 still remaining in this hockey game. Passing now, going across the line are the Mountain Kings once more now, trying to find it across the line here. Hunter Federolf. Federolf makes the pass off. Shot out in front, blocked away for a moment there as a white jersey got away. And there's a big collision down there in the moment. For a moment there in the corners, Recupero got taken out and took out one of the Mountain Kings players. And now with 15 seconds remaining on the penalty kill, the Generals have an opportunity to kill off one of the biggest power plays that the Mountain Kings have had all night. With 17 minutes remaining in the third period. Still 2-2 your score. Puck goes around the backside of the net for a moment here. Now going to get picked up once again by the Mountain Kings. Now going up further across the boards, and the Generals are going to pick it up, and the power play is over. Now here's an opportunity for the Generals. Here they come along the right-hand side. Shoots and scores! Andrew Deladonna beats him glove hand. And the Generals have their first lead of the night. Deladonna coming flying down those right-hand boards. Got the tap pass for a moment there from Thomas Klochkov and goes top shelf. And now with 16:49 remaining here, the Generals take their first lead of this hockey game. Immediately off that 5-on-3 penalty kill. Face-off won by the Generals here back into their own zone for a moment now. As that one goes out towards the front of the net, and now we're going to see a knocked-over player knock over the net. As for a moment there, Slavinskis Repe went out and tried to bat that puck away. He did, and the Mountain King player came sliding in and took the net right off its hinges. So now we'll have a face-off over here. It looks like it's going to be towards the offside dot in front of the Northeast Generals bench. They continue to try and fix the netting right now. It's trying to get back onto its poles. This play will now go on to continue here. The puck will be dropped right in front of the Generals bench. Puck is dropped here now. One back into the Generals zone once more. Pass goes straight across to LaFerriere. LaFerriere now going to have to deal with a new defensive partner now, as he's now going to have Brycion Lago play alongside him. As Lago now trying to chase it down around the backside of the net. He gets stopped up for a moment now as it goes to the far boards. Picked up now once again by Ben Campeau. Campeau loses it for a moment. It goes now the other way. Here come the Mountain Kings once more. Batted away for a moment now by Lago. Goes around towards the backside of the net. Doesn't make it very far, though, as it's picked up once more by the Mountain Kings. Makes his way out to the blue line. Shot save made. Big save there by Slavinskis Repe. As the big 6'3" man made a sliding maneuver to make the glove save and then ran into one of the Mountain Kings players. But the minute he stood up, I don't think they wanted any piece of that, because let me tell you, I wouldn't want to try and get in front of that man either. Now with 16:08 remaining here in this third period of play, the Generals lead 3-2. Face-off is dropped once again here. One back by the Mountain Kings once more. Shot on, save made once again. Slavickas Repe doing a great job in net here tonight of keeping that puck from getting away from him. As the Latvian in his very first season here with the Northeast Generals has shown great poise in net tonight. Puck is dropped once more, this time over to the far side boards. The Generals are going to be able to pick it up and make a move with it. Frank D'Ancona passes it over to Remick. Remick over to D'Ancona once more. He goes too far, though, with it. Remick now trying to chase after it. Goes around the backside of the net once more. Big hit there from behind for a moment there from Remick. Puck makes his way all the way across to the far side boards, and here come the Mountain Kings once more. Drop pass now, trying to find a body in front. Does indeed, but it's going to go way too far wide. Goes up now once again here. Here comes D'Ancona once more. Trying to see if he can find himself a goal here. Goes across, tries to make the shot on net. Goes a little too far away. DeSpirit now. Already has a goal here tonight. Lets that one stay on the close hand boards. Trying to keep it in for a moment. He's not able to do so. Here come the Mountain Kings once more. Going on the far or close side boards once again here. Going a little too far, though, away from the puck. It makes it across center ice. Battling for it still here in the neutral zone. The Generals trying to make some changes. Emerson Miller now, who just hopped on the ice. He's going to try and make a challenge here as this one goes wide. Makes it down over towards the close-sided boards once more. Sends it back down again. Tries to find that pass out in front. Nobody home. It's going to end up on the stick of Waleski once now. Emerson Miller now playing on the forward spot essentially as he comes all the way up from the D-man. Goes back and fires off a pass towards the far boards. Picked up by the Mountain Kings. Fired all the way down. It looks to be icing the call. So with 14:47 now remaining here in this third period of play, the Generals continue to hold this 3-2 lead now after the goal now by Andrew Deladonna. Face off now to the left-hand side of the goaltender of the Mountain Kings. He had called essentially for a false start there as this puck's won and dropped back now for the Generals. Shot around now the backside of the net. Once now picked up again by Yuri Pospisil. Pospisil now trying to battle for it still, continuing to try and be that big body of his as he gets tripped up around the backside of the net for a moment there. I thought it was Bartowski, but it's going to continue to be even play. Puck is batted out of the air for a moment now. LaFerriere now with Emerson Miller. LaFerriere tries to make the stoppage in front. It's going to get batted away, though, by Slavickas Repe. Trying to make sure his net's still on its bearings for a moment here. The puck goes around the backside of the net. Emerson Miller tries to make the lead pass to Yuri, but he's not able to keep a hand on it. Goes around towards the backside now once more into the General zone. 4:10 remaining here in the period. Pass goes up the close boards once more. Goes all the way down towards the Mountain King zone. And it's going to get chased once more here by Deladonna. He has the go-ahead goal. Puck makes its way across over to the far boards once again now. Gets picked up once more by Tartowski. Bartowski loses it. Goes over towards the backside of the net once more. Picked up now by Deladonna. Deladonna makes the pass up along the boards. Makes his way to Lago. Lago now continues to skate towards the center ice. Lago makes the drop pass once more now to Recupero. Recupero shot goes wide. Makes the drop pass once more now, trying to keep it in the zone. They will. Lago now trying to keep it towards center ice. He does to Deladonna. Shoot on. Save made once again. Tries to find the pass in front. Can't get it to anybody in a white jersey, though. An opportunity there. It was a great pass for a moment there by Bartowski, but nobody was home. Puck stays now down in the General zone once more here, trying to get it out. Offsides here, I believe, against the Mountain Kings for a moment. Picked up now. Here's an opportunity for Feinberg. Fire. Shots. Goes over the head of the goaltender. As there is a big hit into neutral ice for a moment now as this one's going to try and make it down towards the General zone. Gets down for a moment now as Phil Feinberg tried his hardest to see if he can get an opportunity there on a 1-on-0. Stop made by Zotter, trying to keep it down low. He will. Goes to DeSpirit. DeSpirit now passes it down low to Feinberg. Feinberg gets it back up to DeSpirit now. DeSpirit on the close boards. Tries to keep it down low. Is not able to do so for a moment here. Makes his way across the blue line. DeSpirit dumps it back down into the Mountain King zone here. 12:40 remaining here. Still 3-2 your score. The Generals have come all the way back from this 2-0 deficit and have now brought themselves within the lead. Emerson Miller now tries to keep it down low. He does indeed. Phil Feinberg now tries to pick it up. Takes a big hit. Loses the stick. Battling for it still on the backside of the net now. The Mountain Kings try and dump it out of their own zone. They will for a moment now. Matt DeSpirit tries to knock it down. He's not able to do so properly, but it makes it all the way down to the General zone. The Generals keep possession. Emerson Miller now sends it up the far boards. Gets it batted away for a moment now. Goes around the backside of the net. DeSpirit now picks it up. battling for it with Emerson Miller on the backside of the net. Nobody can seem to get it moving. 12 minutes remaining here in this third period of play. Matt DeSpirit comes out with it. DeSpirit now makes the pass out in front. Now trying to get the offense going once more is Campo. Campo now, pass over to Feinberg. Feinberg with a head of steam, tries to get the shot on. Save made, rebound goes wide. Feinberg able to make the stick tap from behind, though. Campo now trying to keep it in play. Gets knocked over, goes around the backside of the net. Batted away once again here. The Generals continuing to pester here. Pass goes wide across all the way over to the close side boards once more. Lago now trying to get down to it, but the Mountain Kings will pick it up. Finally make it across that blue line once more. The Generals have come out firing in this third period of play. Nick Recupero makes the far ice pass. Now dropped down into the zone for a moment there as Jet Otwell was getting into it for a moment on the close boards. Puck is still down in the Mountain King zone. Jet Otwell tries to make the stick poke, not able to do so. Recupero, though, has it, tries to fire it back down into the Mountain King zone, and he will. Still 11 minutes here remaining in this third period of play. 3-2 now your score. Here come the Mountain Kings. Almost a big hit there for a moment from LaFerriere. Gets it bounded away. Nick LaFerriere now picks it up, or Jack LaFerriere, I should say, picks it up once more. Coming now down the other way, here comes Frank D'Ancona. Loses the puck for a moment now. Here come the Mountain Kings going through neutral ice. Goes across now, shot on, save made by Mark Slavitskis-Repe, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 10:42 remaining here in the third period. And it has been an exciting hockey game here throughout this third period. The Generals have come out absolutely firing and on all cylinders here, and have tried their absolute hardest to keep this game running. Seeing if they can maybe add themselves an insurance goal here, as we'll see a face-off here to the left side of Slavitskis-Repe. Puck is dropped once more, makes its way over in front of Repe for a moment there. It gets batted away for a second. Makes its way all the way up to the far blue line. We'll have a line change a body change here for someone over there on the Mountain King side. It's actually going to work out for them because here comes Frank D'Ancona. D'Ancona going to the front of the net, isn't able to tack it in. Tries to find the pass in front, can't get it there either. D'Ancona trying to make the tuck around the goalie's legs, wasn't able to get enough of it. Now here come the Mountain Kings once more with 10:15 remaining. Pass out in front, nobody home to be able to get it. Going around the backside of the net once more here. Big hit there for a moment from LaFerriere. Puck makes his way out across the center line. Bodies start tumbling, and we're going to see a penalty. With 10:02 remaining here, we're going to see yet another penalty in this game. We'll see, I believe, what is going to be... Not sure if that was a cross-checking charge or not, but it's going to be a penalty this time against the Mountain Kings once again. As this time, Devin Bard is going to get charged with it, that fourth line left winger. So the Generals will have yet another power play to see if they can capitalize. With 10:02 remaining here in the period. Puck is dropped. The Generals will see if they can try and win it back into their own zone. They will for a moment here as Nick Recupero keeps it down into the Mountain King zone. Pass straight across now. Tries to get the shot on net. Gets bounced out in front for a moment there as it was a shot attempt there for a moment. Pass goes straight across now over to D'Ancona. D'Ancona to Recupero. Recupero shot. Save made. Goes up and out of play. As a monster shot there for a moment from Ryan Remick, the 6', 175 man from Sparta, New Jersey. Fired an absolute missile there that just couldn't seem to stay in the yard. 9:45 here remaining in this third period of play. The puck is dropped once again here. It's going to be a bit of a wrap-up there in the face-off circle. He gets sent back down towards the Mountain King zone for a moment, but now makes its way all the way down into the General zone. Minute 30 still remaining on the power play for the Generals. We'll see if they'll try and capitalize on it here and give themselves an insurance goal. Picked up now by Recupero. He passes it along to Frank D'Ancona on the close side boards. D'Ancona now passes it back to Recupero. Recupero passes it back to D'Ancona. D'Ancona now straight across over towards Ryan Remick. Remick now passes up to Recupero. Recupero shot on, goes around the backside of the net as he was batted out in front. Pass all the way down to the opposite side of the rink. Picked up once more by Mark Slavitskis-Repe. He tries to make the cross-ice pass. He will for a moment here. Picked up once more now by Campo. Campo loses it, though, for a minute, and something drop off of somebody's jersey as that one stays on the ground. And now here's an opportunity possibly for the Mountain Kings. They have a 2-on-1. The only one back right now is going to be Recupero, and that one shot and scored. A short-handed goal by the Mountain Kings. As Recupero was the only one back and is going to beat Slavinskis Repe on his glove hand. It'll be Nick Reif who scores the goal for the Mountain Kings. And now it's 3-3 your score with 8:48 remaining here in the third. And the power play is still on for the Generals. 45 seconds remaining on that. Face off here now at the center dot for a moment now. Bartowski will take the face off. One back for the Generals for a moment here. Going to get picked up by Jet Otwell. Jet Otwell passes it back. Now makes its way over to Lago. Lago makes the pass all the way up once more here. Goes all the way down into the Mountain King zone for a moment. Here is going to get picked up once again by Reardon. Makes his way over to Lago. Lago now over the blue line. Battling for it still. Goes back and hands it off towards Jet Otwell. Jet Otwell passes it back once more. Shot on. Save made for a moment there off the glove. Rebound goes to the close hand corner. Kept in by Lago once more. Is able to make the cross pass once again. Now to Reardon. Reardon shot on. Save made. Rebound goes wide once more. Otwell tries to keep it in. He will indeed. 9 seconds left on the power play. Penalty will be called. And it's going to be against the Generals. And Della Donna is trying to plead his case. Jet Otwell is going to go to the bench, or is going to go to the box. It's going to be a cross-checking charge against Jet I can't get his name out now. Jet Otwell, as the Frisco, Texas native, is going to get charged with the penalty. He was the one that initially got hit, which makes the call a bit weirder. I'm not sure if he maybe hit him from behind afterwards or what the call is for that one, but with 8:08 now remaining here in the third, the Generals will play 4-on-4 hockey for 6 seconds before having to go in the penalty kill. Puck is dropped. The Generals will win it back in their own zone for a moment here as this one goes a little wide of the goaltender, Slavinskis Repe. As this one tries to make its way around the backside of the net once more to Spirit now fighting for it. Does make its way all the way up over towards the blue line. Picked up now, sent back down once again. Big hit there for a moment. Almost lost the helmet. Big hit from Nick Recupero. That one goes along towards the close hand boards. That puck will get shot all the way down with 1:35 remaining on the penalty kill. So we have 7:40 here remaining in this third period of play. Here come the Mountain Kings. Trying to get it out of their own zone. They will. On the far hand boards now, just puts it on net for a moment here to Slavinskis Repe. The pass was a little too far, and the goaltender will be able to smuggle it up. With 7:29 here remaining in the third period, the Generals will have to kill off a 1:22 worth of penalty time. Now 3-3 your score after the shorthanded goal by the Mountain Kings. Puck is dropped once more, one over to the left-hand side once again. Now trying to see if they can find the outlet pass. Continuing to cycle it through now on the left-hand side once more. Goes up top now once again. Tries to get it across to the close-hand face-off circle. Trying to pass it out in front once more. Shot in. It goes wide. Just a little too far. Slavinskis Repe might have got a toe on that. Goes over to the close-hand circle once more. Trying to find the body in front. Slavinskis Repe once again being able to stand on top of it. Goes all the way out. 7:02 remaining in the game. 53 seconds on the power play. Here come the Mountain Kings once more. Slavinskis Repe trying to fix his net. This one makes it across the center ice line. Now here they come once again. 2-on-1 opportunity for the Generals. Shot on, rebound, save made once again. Once again, we see Ryan Wallen stand tall with 6:45 remaining here in the third. 38 seconds remaining on the penalty kill for the Generals. Puck is dropped once again here. The Mountain Kings will be able to pick it up and try and take it the other way at the turn time. They'll make it across the center ice line for the moment here. Going across to the far side boards once more, trying to get it deeper into Generals territory. 25 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. On the far faceoff dot, tries to find the body in front. Can't get it to anybody, though, as there's get chipped away. Emerson Miller now tries to get it out of his own zone. Is not able to do so. Shot on in front. Rebound gets wide. nodded away for a moment there from Jacob Wilson. Stays on the far outside boards. 8 seconds remaining on the power play. Shot on, save made once again there by Body in front. Jacob Wilson's able to dump it out with 1 second remaining, and it's even strength once again with 6:05 here in the third. Still 3-3 your score in the third period. Jacob Wilson now trying to forecheck, Diancano trying to do so as well. Here come the Mountain Kings once more. They had a 3-on-2 opportunity. Pass gets intercepted though, leading to the net. Puck on the close side boards now, trying to find a body in front. Tries to find the pass in front, not able to do so. Gets dumped out once again. Goes all the way down into the Mountain King zone, and it'll be icing the call. It almost looked like a curling throw for a minute there. I think that was Brycion Lago who made the throw down. He almost made it wouldn't make it to the red line. 5:35 remaining here in the third period of play. The Generals and the Mountain Kings tied at 3 apiece. Face off here to the right-hand side of Slavinskas Repe. Puck is dropped once again here. One back on the right-hand side. Shot up the boards now over towards Ryan Remick. Remick now makes the pass over, trying to find anybody in front. Almost takes out Jacob Wilson. Remick goes into the boards. Battling for it still on the close-hand boards. Makes its way up for the Mountain Kings. Trying to make the cross-ice pass. They do. 5:15 remaining here in the period. Pass makes its way over the close side boards for a moment here. The Generals trying to get out of their zone. They will for a moment. Jacob Wilson passes over to Diancano. Diancano now trying to find the body in front. Almost found Wilson once again. Remick now trying to chase it down. Keeps it in the zone for a moment. It's not able to do so. As now here come the Mountain Kings once more. Through center ice now with 4:55 remaining. Tries to make the cross ice pass. A great maneuver there from Nick Recupero. Puck still stays in the zone though. Lago now takes a big hit on the backside of the net. No other white jerseys to assist him there. The puck makes its way up to the blue line, makes it away past the blue line for a moment. There's great forechecking once again by Ryan Remick, and we'll have an offsides. 4:38 now remaining here in the period. With a 3-3 scoreline still, as we'll get a face-off here on the close side face-off dot for offsides. Face-off is won once again here by the Generals. One back now towards Emerson Miller. Tries to get it out of his zone for a moment now. Goes all the way up the ice. Now try to be picked up by the Generals. Not able to pick it up, though, for a moment was Bartowski. Bartowski now tries to get it back down into the General zone. He will. Now picked up by Waleski. Waleski drops it to Bartowski. Bartowski now shot save made by the goaltender once again. 4:20 now remaining here on the time. As we sit here in the third period, 3-3 still your score. As Ryan Wallen has done an excellent job of rebounding after that initial second period. Time called for a moment here between the referee, trying to let them know the wingers to stand still for a moment there. Puck gets dropped now. It's going to be won over to the close boards for a moment here. Mountain Kings are going to try and pick it up. DeSpirit now trying to outbody him to the way. Emerson Miller now trying to keep it out of his own zone. Not able to do so, though. Great move by Miller once again to keep the pass away. Good leg save once more by Slavinskas Repe. Puck stays in the General zone for a moment now. Bodies go everywhere. Repe now sends it around the backside of the net for a moment now as DeSpirit comes flying up the right boards. Fires it across towards Emerson Miller. Emerson Miller now tries to get a pass up to DeSpirit. DeSpirit now gets it passed up, now trying to get it towards his teammate Yuri Pospisil. Not able to hold on to it, though, now as it makes its way across center ice once more. Miller now gets it passed up. Now Pospisil with a nice little passing move. Not able to get it to Waleski's stick, though. And now here come the Mountain Kings. 3-on-3 now. They're coming along the right side. Makes the shot. Goes way wide as Yuri's going to pick it up once more. Big hit onto him. And that might be a penalty. That's going to be an offsides call. As now here's LaFerriere. Drop pass once now towards Bryson Lago. Lago now going up the close-sided boards, trying to get it down deep into the Mountain King zone. He will for a moment now. Pass goes over towards Jet Otwell. Otwell gives it up. Goes back over towards LaFerriere. Shoots and scores! LaFerriere! From the blue line, risks it. The traffic in front caused enough damage to let the puck go through. And Jack LaFerriere puts the Generals ahead once again with 3:04 remaining. LaFerriere, whose older brother currently plays with the LA Kings organization, scores the go-ahead goal as the Chatham, New Jersey native finds one with the back of the net, the 6'3" left defenseman. And what a goal, and a much-needed one at that for the Generals with 3:04 here remaining in the third. Are we sure this is an expedition game? It doesn't feel like one. One back once again here for the Generals, picked up once again by Laferriere. Laferriere tries to make the stretch pass all the way across, goes all the way down into the Mountain Kings zone, so no icing will be called. Otwell will go to the bench. Mountain Kings now trying to recycle it back in their own zone. Pass tries to go straight across. Great move there for a moment by what I believe there for a second was Ben Campeau. Campeau's able to keep it in, as now the Mountain Kings will try and recycle it once more. Makes the fluttering pass all the way across center ice for a moment there, picked up by Andrew Deladonna. Deladonna with a great little stretch pass for a moment now to Klotchkov. Klotchkov trying to battle for it, gets knocked over. 2:24 here remaining in this third period of play. Puck continues to battle for it here in the neutral zone. Bodies continue to fly everywhere. Klotchkov makes the hit once more, trying to get it off of the stick there for a moment of Recupero. Battling for it still now are the Generals. Here they come once more. Nolan Zotter now on the far boards. He has Despirit with him. Drops it to Despirit. Tries to find the shot on. Save made. Big rebound goes over towards the faceoff dot. 2 minutes remaining here in the third period. Still 4-3 your score. Puck makes his way over to the close boards now for a moment. As here come the Mountain Kings once more on the close boards. Tries to make the pass out in front. Bratted down for a moment by Nick Recupero. Nick Recupero sends it around the backside towards Despirit. Recupero picks it up, sends it back around now, trying to find the likes of Phil Feinberg. Not able to do so for the moment, though. And now here come the Generals once more. Here comes Frank Diacano. Tries to get the shot on, can't find it. Gets batted away once more by the goaltender. Shot on, save made. Phil Feinberg trying to find the back of the net. Shot on once again, can't get it to go. Diacano now picks it up once more. Tries to go towards center ice. Loses it for a moment, now Lago has it. Lago shot on once more, bounces off the front defenders. 1:13 remaining here in the third period. Still 4-3 your score. Big hit there over towards center ice. Batted down once again here. Sent back down into the Mountain Kings zone. Emerson Miller able to keep it. Puck makes its way over to the close side boards once again. Trying to bat it down once more. Miller now trying to knock it down once again. He does. Keeps it in the blue line. Battling for it still is Miller. Gets picked up by now by Diacano. Passes in front. Couldn't find Diacano. Makes his way to the close boards once again here. Puck continuing to be battled for. 38 seconds here remaining in the game. Pass goes all the way out. It's going to get picked up once more by Miller. Miller now tries to dump it in. He will. Goes out to the far corner. 28 seconds here remaining in the period. No time right now for the Mountain Kings to try and pull their goaltender. Shot on the goalie. He's going to drop it. 20 seconds here remaining in the third. Will they try and pull the goalie? Make its way out towards neutral ice. Trying to see if the goaltender's trying to call for it right now to see if he's coming. He will indeed. Now with 10 seconds remaining here, the Mountain Kings going to have to try and score. Try to get it dumped out for a moment. Stays in. Bodies in front are able to block the shot. 4 seconds remaining. Makes his way over the close boards. Trying to get it out of the zone. They will in time. The Generals walk away with the victory. And now we're going to see a little bit of extracurricular activity here as Emerson Miller, and it looked like for a moment there Ryan Remlick. I am very much convinced this was not an expedition matchup between these two sides with the type of ferocity we saw here tonight, as the Generals walk away with a 4-3 victory. And what has been nothing short of chaos here tonight in this hockey game. The Generals walk away with the victory here, 4-3. Jed Otwell started the scoring for the Generals, already down 2-0 early on in that second period of play. And Otwell started it off with a goal before Matt Despirit came along and tied it up after the power play. Immediately after Despirit's goal, starting in the third period there, Deladonna was able to find his own goal immediately after the 5-on-3 to give the Generals the lead. And after that happened immediately, it ended up being a goal there from the New Hampshire Mountain Kings for a moment as we see the salute here from the Generals. The game-winning goal coming off of the stick of Jack Laferriere, the third-pairing left defenseman, took a bit of just a wrister in all honesty from the blue line, beats the goaltender as the traffic in front made it too distracting to be able to see past everybody. as LaFerriere finds the go-ahead goal in the third period. After stopping, but Toby Hopp does give up the first 2 goals of the game, unfortunately, in that first period of play. Gets relieved by Mark Slavinskis Reppe. Reppe stands tall in net, only gives up 1 goal. And I don't just mean that because he's 6'3", 170, and could probably crush my head if he felt like it. As the Generals will walk away victorious is LaFerriere, brother of Alex LaFerriere, who, by the way, is a part of the LA Kings affiliation, a part of the Ontario Reign, was a 3rd-round pick in 2020. Now we get ready to go here for this regular season after this beautiful victory here tonight for the Generals. 4-3 your final here. Goals by Jet Otwell, Andrew Deladonna, Matt Despirit, and Jack LaFerriere will walk away victorious in this Expedition matchup. It didn't feel like one tonight, I'll tell you what, but they'll walk away with the victory anyway. So once again, thank you everyone for watching tonight's game here. Once again, victorious are the Northeast Generals over the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. We'll step aside here, obviously, as we'll call this game a wrap. Thank you everyone for listening tonight. My name is Mason Strawn. It's been a pleasure to commentate for y'all once again. Promise we'll have our next game probably on NAHL TV here, as the Generals Academy teams will actually be starting to play here. They will have the day off tomorrow, but I believe it's 3:40 on September 1st will be the next game that we'll have here on YouTube, though, if you want to watch some Generals Academy hockey. Thank you once again for everyone watching here tonight. We appreciate your time, and we do hope you have a nice evening here, and we will see you next time.